The Unconventionalist here. It's 2026, January 11th or 12th. I'm not even sure right now. But I just wanted to share some positivity with you guys. A way that I've been hacking my life as an unconventionalist. And one of them is before I go to bed every night, I have a note which I completely forgot about. I have not been pushing that note on my phone. The checklist is every day before you go to bed, seek out one opposing obstacle that's going on in your life. For instance, for mine, it was I was stressing out about work and money and stuff. I'm like, I got to make sure I keep my income coming in until I realized that, wait, I had a whole plan to start with. I've just been so busy, I haven't looked at the plan. So I made this financial plan for myself where I can live on very little. And it's only January. It's the first month of 2026. And all I need to make is a few $1,000s and I have my bills paid for the entire year, and I can devote my time to other things now. One of my things I want to do is create an online business of some sort so I could take care of my special needs daughter. I'm a single father. We're by ourselves. There's no Calvary. There's nothing coming for me. So I have to work really hard, but I have to work really smart. And one smart thing is just that, to pick one opposing obstacle. And it could be something small. It could be something large. Maybe there's a conversation you need to have with your significant other. Something's been bothering you. It's like the stress gets off your shoulder, just one piece at a time. That's like a big one. Another smaller example is maybe I need to get exercise because I know it's healthy, but every morning I get up, it's just too much. I lose track, right? Set yourself up for success for the following day, meaning that reverse engineer this whole thing. Why aren't you getting exercise? And I'm not just talking about exercise here. I'm talking about anything you want to do in life. Set your shoes up right by your bed with your pair of pants if that's what you need. If you're on a treadmill, get the treadmill all ready. Make sure there's nothing in the way. What are you going to eat for breakfast? Figure that out. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to jump on that treadmill, and then I'll take a shower and go to work. You have to set plans up and things, and just think about the significance of this, how it compounds. If an individual took one obstacle every single day of their life, whether it's large or small, just took one, that's 365 obstacles you've removed from your life every single year. That's a lot. This is the way that we start to take steps forward in life. Because there's one thing that I can't stand that I hear people say is you can plan all you want and then life happens, right? To me, that's a cop-out from having to work on yourself or get to where you want to be. Life does happen. Sometimes shit happens. But the best thing you can do is set yourself up for success, to map out what you need to do. And finding one obstacle that'll be in your way, an opposing obstacle that's giving you opposition in your life, to be able to just remove that for that day is a huge advantage. Also, on a second note here, of what I've been compiling for myself is to plan my day the night before. So once I locate this problem that I have, I can work on that either that night before I go to bed, or I can work on the next day, right? But now I have, what's my plan for tomorrow? You guys ever notice you wake up in the morning and it's like, you open your eyes, you get a cup of coffee, whatever it is you do, and you're like, all right, what's the plan for today? I've reversed this in an unconventional way of pretty much setting the pins up the night before. So I know what I need to do. When I wake up in the morning, I just have a punch list to go through. I'll give you guys an example. I had to call for the conservatorship stuff that's going on for my special needs daughter. I had to make one phone call with one detail. There's 5 things I need to do, but I've spread them out through 5 days. Conservatorship is taking ownership. My daughter's going to turn 18. If I don't get ownership of her physically, I can't make decisions for her because she can't make decisions for herself. So she is considered an adult, an independent. You have to put something there, right? Somebody needs to be responsible for her money, her well-being, and all that. So the state doesn't basically take her. So I take one step at a time. So I made that phone call. I made a phone call for my continuous glucose monitor for my blood sugar tests that I do. I made another phone call to figure out what's going on with the battery in my vehicle. how if I can get access to a battery, right? I did like 3 things, right? But as I start to compound all these pins every single day, it's the same thing as knocking out opposing obstacles. If we don't plan our lives and we don't map them out, things pile up, and then we gain more and more stress. This is how I'm able to get so much done by myself, because when I wake up in the morning, the pins are all set up. I don't even need to think. Tell me if that makes sense in the comments. So what I see going on with a lot of people is just blindly, all of us are going through life stuck in some position of some sort, not knowing what we can do about it, right? Like, we're just stuck here and we remain stuck, and the mess just keeps compiling. Whereas if we reverse engineered this and we did this unconventional, life could actually start to get better and better and better. And think about this, if we all did this as a group, which would be my dream with this channel. Besides going live, I would love to go live and hear everybody's thoughts, all the trolls, everybody. Subscribe if you like what you're hearing, because I just need 50 subscribers, and then I could actually go live and do Q&A with you guys. But yeah, many different things that we can do in our lives, such as that. Those are freaking powerful. Those are life showstoppers right there. Another thing I want to give you guys before I end this quick note is that what a lot of people fail to see is that motivation is not infinite. It's like a gas tank. Notice that how when you wake up in the morning, your batteries are recharged, right? Your brain resets. You were resting, you were sleeping. You only have so much motivation, like so many hours, and your best working time is usually when you wake up in the morning. You're refreshed and your battery's full, right? The more you go through the day, your battery starts to get lower and lower. And notice how most of us, not all of us, are less productive. I don't have this luxury of doing this because I'm a single dad with especially these kids, so I have to fucking work whenever I can. But for the majority, I know my best work is in the morning. She's still sleeping. I got all this energy. This is when I start working on my business, right? I start applying ideas. I start writing out scripts and whatever it is, any kind of marketing, and how is this business going to be structurized, and what do I need to do, and start basically to get the shit out of my mouth. The very few hours, the first few hours of your day should be spent in what is going to be the most productive, the most ROI, the most return on investment. Spend those first hours. And again, you can do this the night before to figure out what that is, so that you can just set up the pins and knock them down the next day. But that first part of your day should be the most important part to propel you further into life. Worry about stupid. I'll give you guys an example, right? I just said working on my business, right? Creating a client avatar. Who is my person, right? Who is my, what do they call it? ICP. Who is my I can't remember the ICP thing now. Oh my God, my brain just farted, right? What's my ideal client profile? Thank you, brain. Right? What does this person look? What do they think? What color schemes do they react to? Do they have kids? Are they stressed out? What kind of job do they have? What are they exactly thinking? What kind of problems do they have that I can bring a solution to? Can I even bring a solution to? Who's this person? So now when I zero in, I know who I'm talking to. If I'm going to write a piece of content or make a piece of content, I know that I'm talking to a specific person with a specific pain. See how that works? Now, towards the last half of the day, that's when you empty out the cat litter box. You, do the laundry. You do the menial things, right? Send off, make phone calls, stuff like that. Get everything all set up so that you are utilizing the best you are at that freshness of moment in your life. The Unconventionalist.